we've created 4 living, breathing Victorian worlds.
It's their pee.
And challenge 6 famous faces to survive 24 hours in each of them. Trapped in the past for 4 days, deprived of 21st century luxuries.
That's just wood.
There is no escape back to the modern world. This series takes us back to a time when 3/4 of us lived hand to mouth.
You're worrying about the fact that you won't get as much lunch as you would do otherwise.
Please don't say that, that's really rude.
Working for exacting bosses.
Ow! This is a family business and I own it.
When it's muck, it's brass.
Doing the jobs our ancestors were born to do.
I'm searching through horse manure for dog muck.
Doing gut-wrenching work.
It just smells terrible.
And back-breaking hours. They need to earn enough money for food.
We only work when we get paid.
And a roof over their heads.
Tuppence each, please.
Living 24 hours in the past. Who will conquer the 19th century and discover their inner Victorian?
You can't keep me here forever.
In a hotel in the Midlands, 6 celebrities are preparing for a journey back in time. First is 49-year-old actor and impressionist Alistair McGowan.
I love the Victorian way of life. I think that we can learn a lot from Victorian society. So to go back in time, to leave the modern world behind for a week is enticing. I actually can't wait.
At 67 years old, former Home Office Minister Anne Widdecombe is the oldest contributor.
I want to do this because I'm of a sufficiently advanced age that I have a link with this period. My granny lived in the later Victorian age, so I suppose I'm going into this to see what Granny did.
Joining them is 47-year-old world champion hurdler turned commentator Colin Jackson.
I really haven't challenged myself to this level since I've literally retired from sport. And going back in the Victorian times, they worked hard to graft just basically to survive. So for me, I want to see how I can really adapt. I'm excited to be literally transported back in time.
Can't even do my suitcase though. It's going to be a long week.
Best known for her glamorous roles is 40-year-old actress Zoe Lucker.
I'd love to know how the Victorians lived. I know very little about that, but it's something I'm very interested in. To actually go back and live the life would be fascinating.
30-year-old presenter Miquita Oliver and 18-year-old actor Tyger Drew Honey will be the youngest. Miquita fell on hard times in her 20s.
It's a really extraordinary feeling when you feel like you've actually lost everything, and I think I'll really be able to relate to these young, poor Victorians who lived a similar life, but forever. And I think I can use some of the tools that I used to get out of that situation to get through something like this.
The period in history that I would most like to experience would probably be the Victorian period, because that's the period just before the world changed. I think that would be a really kind of interesting time to delve into.
Where our 6 time travellers are going, they won't need suitcases. Close to Birmingham, in the heart of the Black Country, we've created a living Victorian town. Complete with shops, pubs, homes and workplaces. The work is real, the dirt is real, even the horse poop. It's real. And it's really, really raining. Welcome to 24 Hours in the Past. You are about to experience 19th century Britain in all its squalid, stinking glory. You're going to live the life of the Victorian worker, because most Victorians were working class. But bear in mind that the Victorian worker would never have had a choice of brand new clothes. So these are ones that have been worn before. Does anyone feel like making a run for it?
Yes. Yes.
Colin, if you did, I wouldn't be able to catch you. Go for it. Make a good choice.
Absolutely disgusting.
They need to choose these clothes really carefully, as they'll be eating, sleeping, and working in them.
This is actually worse than I expected.
The Victorian poor had to make do with whatever they could find, and our workers will have to do the same.
I'm worried about the lack of vest. I do like a vest. Even in the summer, I'm a bit of a vest person.
I'm amazed that it didn't take the Victorians 8 hours to get dressed. There we go. There's me in my Victorian corset. Again, remarkably comfortable.
Few things changed hands as often as clothes. A single item could have dozens of owners till it was no more than rags.
It's absolutely freezing, and the only two tops that I can find are this and this, which are really thin.
I'm not so sure if I've got my pants on the right way. Where should we have the flap? Do you think we should have the flap at the front or the back? I have no idea. We're ready.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know, I actually really like this.
You look a bit like a murderer.
London Fashion Week, here we come.
Well, can I just say how absolutely magnificent you all look. You've got to take a lunch. Yes, that's the lunch. You may be able to tell from the slight whiff about it that this indicates cheese, all right? And the final part of your transformation is an important one. You've got to hand in all of your modern technology, anything that connects you to the outside world. In return, I'm going to give you one of these. Now, these are really important. They are diaries. They are written by people who are living the life that you're going to try and experience. Put your mobiles in here and then take a diary in return. Thank you. Thank you. And all it remains for me to say, see you in 24 hours' time. They're going back to the 1840s to a world of poverty and hard graft, when 75% of Victorians were working class.
Morning.
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 They've been given food for today, but once that's gone, the only way to avoid hunger and homelessness will be hard work.
This is so weird.
It's absolutely incredible. It's literally like we've actually been transported to another world.
The whole thing is absolutely amazing. It feels so real.
They have no 19th century skills, so they'll need to find the type of work done by those at the bottom of Victorian society. And few were lower than the dustyard workers. Waiting for them is their boss, real-life scrapyard owner Dan Hill and Victorian expert Ruth Goodman.
Hundreds of thousands of tonnes of rubbish were produced in Victorian cities, and you are going to be part of the system that clears that and recycles it.
I'm Mr. Hill and I own the dustyard. Now I expect all of you to work really hard. If you want money, you've got to graft. Now everything we collect, we sell all over the place. Where there's muck, there's brass, and everything has a value. All right, follow us.
Now, the dustyard is where all waste is collected. So you've got ash and cinders left out in bins to be collected by the dustmen. The streets are ankle deep in filth and horse manure, waiting to be shoveled clean. Cities were feeling the effect of thousands of people pouring in, looking for work in the factories. The populations of major cities doubled in the first half of the 19th century. The influx caused huge amounts of waste, and it needed to be dealt with. But one man's waste was another man's wages. Because everything in the Victorian world of waste is valuable, and I do mean everything.
Right, up here, please. Over here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it stinks.
We've got a series of jobs for you to be doing. They're up on the board here, and you can see we've jobs for men and jobs for women. I need carpet beaters. Any volunteers for
Carpet beating,
carpet
please.
beating?
Yeah, I'll be a carpet beater.
Carpet beater, and that leaves a street cleaner.
Excellent.
And then men, 2 dustmen. Have I got a dustman? Yep, 1 dustman. I need a second. Marvellous. And then that leaves me with a street cleaner.
Street cleaning this?
Dust collectors, you guys got to go outside these houses. There'll be boxes outside, or you put it in the back of the car, all right, and bring it here, yeah? Right, come on, chop.
They have 1.5 hours to get to grips with their new jobs.
What is that?
It's vile, isn't it?
Tyger and Alistair have to empty 15 dustbins of ash, cinder and household waste.
I've never really done any manual labour. Do a lot of typing.
The average fire burned 11 tonnes of coal every year, producing tonnes of ash. The dustmen collected 5 cartloads every day.
Tyger, don't do it too quickly. If you work that fast, we've all got to work that fast. So slow down.
I'm a bit fast, am I?
Slow down. We're going to be doing it all day.
Right, you two, street cleaners, all right? You got a kite out there as well. I want you to clean all the streets. There's a few little things in there. We call it pure. It's worth a lot of money. Keep it separate, all right?
Pure separate.
Yeah. Go on.
Hang on. We've got to trail through this.
Street cleaners Zoe and Colin are dealing with one of the biggest problems of Victorian city life.
Imagine having to trail through this every single day.
Well, we won't be, because we have to clean it.
All street transport was horse-powered, which meant a lot of manure.
Sure you got it? No, but let's try it.
OK.
Before vacuum cleaners, there was only one way to get a carpet clean.
Oh, my God. Oh, look at the dust. There's absolutely no point just sort of patting at it. You've got to use loads of force. Not that great at the moment.
Come on, girls. You call that clean? You've got to put some effort into it. All right, look, give me this, look. All right, see this, ready? Give it some of this. Whack it, all right? Otherwise, you're going to be here all day. Come on, girls.
I kind of want to beat the manager. What's he called? Mr. Hill.
I don't advise it. You see, if you beat the manager, you really won't get any wages, and then you'll have wasted all this beating.
Right, have you worked out what the pure is yet?
No.
OK, what it is dog mess, OK? It's very valuable. They use it for tanning, all right? There's a little glove in there and a little bag.
Zoe's dog poo will be used to soften leather at the tannery.
I'm searching through horse manure for dog muck. I thought he meant kind of fake tanning, like making people brown, putting it on their faces and stuff.
The workers are halfway through their morning shift.
Basically, horse crap. Onto this thing, dump it in the yard, and then continue.
What have you done?
Holy macaroni.
You've obviously overloaded it. It's not a laughing matter, all right? This is money. And if you guys don't fix this, it's going to come out of your wages, all right?
I was just thinking, actually, all this stuff here, we should probably like nick it for my dinner.
What would be your punishment for that? Apart from your own conscience?
My own conscience, yeah. Just think later on when I've sat there with a nice carrot, like Bugs Bunny, and you want one.
Yeah, how does guilt taste? Does guilt taste better than a carrot?
You know, it's the time when they hear of pickpockets and stuff, so I thought, fancy a carrot at lunch.
They've been working for just over an hour.
We've already put some mud on it, which wasn't there to start with.
Oh, I mean, what is going on with this? This looks worse than when it started. Who's going to pay for that?
We're going to wash that.
You're going to wash that?
Yeah.
OK, well, you better crack on, girls.
We don't know how to get that off. We probably won't get any wages at all.
20 minutes to finish this, all right? Then I want to see you back in the yard.
Right. It's a marathon, not a sprint. You all right?
Shit. Oh, sorry.
Language.
Oh, no. This shovel's really annoying me. I can't actually get it out. I might do it with my hands.
Come on, boy, put your back into it. That's it. You've only got 5 minutes, OK?
Look over there, it's dripping. That's what I'm worried about.
Oh, I see you. You know, I get the impression we're not much use.
Right, everybody, that's enough now. If you can just stand up on there, please. Where do I start? Street cleaners. I've never seen the streets so dirty. There's rubbish everywhere. You broke my cart. That would cost you normally a month's wages to repair that. So today, you're getting nothing. Right, carpet beaters. I mean, look at the state of it. And you girls only get 1 penny each.
What?
1 penny each.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Dustmen. You did exactly what I told you, and you did it in a good time, all right? So you guys, I got 4 pennies each.
Sure.
Well done, all right?
Well done, Alistair.
Okay.
It doesn't seem very many pennies, does it? 4p.
Can you give us a rough idea how much a penny would buy?
Well, a penny will buy you a small pie. It would buy you a loaf of bread.
And how big would the loaf be? Just bigger than a bap.
I'll see you later.
Thank you.
In the real world, I own my own yard. Would I employ them? No chance.
Dinner time is an hour. If they'd had to pay for their food, only Alistair and Tyger would be eating. Dinner today is the poor man's meat.
Boy, that's a huge chunk of cheese.
That's what I'm saying.
Over the days to come, there'll be a lot more cheese.
Bread tastes disgusting.
The bread tastes vile, does it?
I've never eaten cheese like this in my life.
Goodness knows what we're going to be doing this afternoon and how we're going to make more money, or any money in my case.
You couldn't return that carpet to the person who commissioned its beating.
So I suppose even getting a penny was pretty...
I think it was pretty generous, actually.
Considering Colin and Zoe were just manhandling dog and horse poo and got nothing.
I know. Where'd you get that carrot?
I stole this earlier from the front of a shop.
So we have a thief amongst us.
There's some cabbage down there as well if you fancy it.
Make some coleslaw.
Pies. Got your pies for a penny.
Even in the 19th century, there was takeaway food. Coal to cook on was very expensive for the working poor.
You look like a gambling man, sir. How are you doing today?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Pies cost a penny, but you toss your coin, and if it lands in my favour, I keep the penny in the pie. If it lands in your favour, you keep the penny in the pie.
I'm going to go for it, because
so you could end up with a free pie
Yeah,
and
you
your
could end
penny.
up losing a penny.
Tails. I called it tails.
Oh!
It's first.
It's tails.
It's tails. I get to keep the penny and the pie. If you'd like another go, by all means, you're more than welcome.
Oh, OK.
When it's in the air, I will call. Heads.
Tail. Oh, heads!
Heads.
No, is that heads?
That's a head. Penny's mine, pie's mine. Next, please. I've been robbed.
We're dying
So
here.
how could you young men be so stupid?
Oh,
If you'd handed over the penny, you'd have got a pie. Or you could have kept your penny. As it is, you haven't got a penny or a pie. Young man, you are stupid.
So, dinner is over. The next job is about to start, and the work is about to get harder, because these massive piles of rubbish, they're gold mines for the dustyard barons. Everything can be recycled and sold on. So coal dust and cinders, those go to make bricks, rags go to the paper manufacturers, bones to the soap makers.
So, we've got all this gear that we've got to pick through, okay? So we're going to need some sifters and some pickers. But first of all, one of you girls is going to get a promotion. You don't really deserve it, to be honest, but one of you I thought was a little bit more plucky than the others. So you are going to be hill woman.
So a hill woman is the woman in charge of the hill of dust. You're the foreman, and you're in charge of everybody's work here, so you're in charge of making sure that people work efficiently and swiftly.
At the end of the task, you've got to have 3 baskets full of the cinder.
OK.
So you girls, go get sieves over there. You got to start sieving.
Right.
If you're the shoveler, go get the shovel, help these girls.
Do you want to do bones?
I'll do bones.
Bones.
So where do we
You
do
do-
it? From here?
For the bones and the cloth, they're over there.
This is the final shift of the day. At the end of it, they'll get paid.
You've got to take whatever the boys take from the dust pile, pile it into here, and then you have to sieve it out like that, and you get all the little bits. Then you've got to take whatever you find from the list and put it in its thing. So this is veg waste. Oh God, it's actually quite complicated.
I've been appointed hill woman just got to try and coordinate everything. It's just a case of sort of trying to get some order, which I'm trying to do that now.
All right.
If I need 3 of these filled with this...
Yeah.
Right, so these are all for cinder.
It's a lot of work to fill it, because we've only filled 2 of them in this morning.
It's incredibly mucky and everything is just wet and sweaty and, like, so grubby.
You got to remember it's like getting in your lungs and your skirt's like dragging and your hands are dirty and...
You got to sift through rubbish, trying to find pieces of rag for me. This is literally just hell, if I'm honest.
So I'm looking through all this for bones from the bone man. There's quite a few of them in here. And apparently the bones would have been used for gelatine, among other things.
You're sorting, you're washing. These hands are full of fat, oil, grease. There's a stench of, like, foul meat, I guess. It's not a pleasant smell.
I get the production line value. You sort of just want it to be like bum, 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 bum. But at the moment it's like bum, bum, bum.
You need to get 5 pounds of these bones. They've got to be really clean.
Okay, okay. I feel like Raymond Blanc here.
You take your bone, you put the bone in the water, you see. You must clean the bone before you cook with the bone because there's beautiful flavor in this bone. Oh, it's beautiful, but you must make sure the bone is very clean. So that's why we wash the bone.
What is this? Is this of any value at all?
That's in the bone basket.
Oh, it is a bone, is it? Okay. You wouldn't expect old women to be doing this sort of thing, but if you're an old woman with no other means of support, what exactly are you going to do? You're going to be doing this until you can't do it any longer, and then you'll die.
It's 1 hour into the shift.
Wow.
It's all mine.
What is it?
Oh, that's handy.
Big next.
Standing here watching.
I guess it just shows that in amongst these heaps of waste, there are actually little gems that people would be very rich from. So it's worth looking.
You done well there, mate. It's all right.
Very much.
We'll divvy this up at the end of the day. Thank you very much.
Oh, that's all right then.
Oh, Justin's here watching it. Oh, button. There we are. One very tiny find, one button, but that, believe it or not, is worth money. How often now do we throw our clothes with the buttons on? Don't think about it. This apparently is worth a lot of money.
This will be very interesting. I've got a gold ring, but don't tell the boss man.
There's only 30 minutes left to shift end.
Now, we really need to ramp this up.
Okay.
We've got to fill 3 of these.
Yeah.
This one's just over halfway.
Okay.
Still 1 down, OK?
Colin, we need you.
Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, he's cleaning bones.
I know.
We need... Alistair, we need your sieving, please.
Horrible. I feel really against the clock now.
Under hillwoman Zoe's direction, they half-fill the baskets direct with waste, direct from the pile.
Go get the other. Go get it from the other one.
Topping it off with ash sifted by the other workers.
Right, come on, go. Quick. Get it in, quick. While he's not there.
I'm worried about this cheating business. It's not good. And if this were going off to make bricks, it would come back. So you're only just ruining your own job, really.
Let's just do it as quickly as possible. He's going back. Go. Right, come on, we're nearly there, guys. Doing really well.
We've only got 5 minutes.
He's found some jewellery. So, hopefully, if we don't get paid, it doesn't matter.
As the minutes tick by, the scam is paying off, but Colin still has lots of rags to wash.
I know what I've got to do, and I've just got to crack on with it.
Trying to go as fast as you can.
Right, everybody, come on, up on your feet.
That's the end of the working day, isn't it?
Probably not.
Well, you know, there are 3 baskets of cinders there. Well done. Come Can we have a look and see how you've done with the rag and the bone?
Not
Say
bad. Not too bad. Let's put them on there and see how much they weigh. You needed 5 pounds today.
Oh.
I'm impressed with that.
Let's have a look at your bone then. Let's have bone art.
You can actually see
Yeah.
your face in that one.
Well, that's just what I asked for. Yeah, well done. So you're going to get paid. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's for you. That was a good day's work.
Thank you, Mr. Hill.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's for you. Good day's work. Hill woman, obviously you was in charge, so you get 3 pennies.
Thank you.
Okay?
Why did she get less than the guys?
Because she's a woman. Women were paid 2/3 of what a man was paid, even if you're doing the same job.
Right, server, you get 3 as well. Okay?
Not happy with that, but thanks very much.
Why are you not happy with that, mate? That's a good day's work.
Because I feel like I worked harder than these two sat over there washing their rags when we were grafting away, sifting, doing all this.
Well, the Hill woman, she chose the jobs. That was the job she gave you.
Just letting you
And
know.
to be honest, if you're not happy with it, I'll take some back, fella.
I'm very happy, fella.
Well, there you go, mate. You two, obviously you get a lady's wage. It's only
Thanks
2.
very much.
Thank you.
I seem to be the one with most money so far, so I'm going to have to watch out tonight. Obviously, I don't get my pocket picked. But, no, it's good. It's good.
That was lying, cheating, stealing.
For their day's work, our workers have a grand total of 26 pence.
Before I forget, the pub's open tonight. They've got a little gin night. You've earned some dough.
Gin?
Oh, yes.
Mother's ruin.
The men, I've got another job for you, OK? I need to see you back here tonight at 7 o'clock.
Okay.
Okay.
They've been at the dustyard for 8 hours, but still have 16 hours to endure before they're moved on to their next workplace. Home tonight will be a 2-room house with an outside privy.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Miquita, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't
It's
look.
only a rat.
Oh, yeah, cool, just by our front
Okay.
door.
Let's just get in and shut the door.
It's all right, it's only a rat.
So, is this where the girl... Well, there's only 2 beds in here. It's freezing.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Waiting for them is a domestic handbook and just enough food for tonight.
Just to let you know that we are actually sleeping in this room. It says in the guides here, there is no upstairs. So we have to make do with down here.
Right.
So one advantage to that, we got the fire.
Yeah. The other advantage.
Right, well, we need to go look at the bedding in there then,
I want to go and see what the privy is as well. Right. It's there. With the usual amenities. What fun.
It's like, it's just got hay coming out of it, and you feel the consistency of it. They're really, really gross. So dirty, isn't it?
It's foul.
You all right to kind of crawl in
Oh,
that
I
way?
can crawl in there, good heavens, yeah.
Right.
So we'll probably have to go 1, 2, and 1 across there.
Yeah.
Because we're not going to fit 3 that way. Yeah.
This is just literally absurd.
The guys, they're just sitting on the kitchen floor.
You've got a dado rail and everything in here.
We've actually got, I mean, these are solid. They're really, 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 like...
When I found out we were sleeping in that kitchen, that was the moment when I thought, wow, this is serious.
How much clothes are you going to take off to go to bed?
I don't think I'm going to take any off.
No,
I think I'm going to sleep in my full equipment.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't sleep in this big old crufty...
No, don't sleep in that, but I mean, like...
Ah, good evening. How are you getting on?
So how authentic is it, the men sleeping in the kitchen?
Oh, very.
Is it?
Yeah, you find people sleeping absolutely everywhere. It's very common.
What would the most realistically amount of people who would be squeezed into the same amount of space?
If you're dust workers, you are quite near the bottom, and it would be a family per room. You know, and that family might be of any size. There's quite a lot of hot bedding too. Some landlords would charge you, and they'd have you on a rotation, so you only rented the space for 8 hours, and then somebody else took that space for 8 hours. OK, well, on that thought, see you later.
Thanks, Ren.
Bye.
What's on today? bread. We got fried bacon with onions.
Is that all the ingredients then?
How do you guys feel about trying to make a fire?
There's a tinderbox somewhere in there.
Oh, there we are. Look, what's that?
I'm not a fan of any ingredient, but I just don't think it really matters at this point. It's not about taste or it's not about want. It's about fuel. And I thought it would take me a little bit longer to realise that, but it really is. It's just like, just need like some nourishment after the day.
After the day, yeah.
So wait, 6 of us.
That slice each?
Yeah. It's just everything is exhausting, everything. Chopping up the bacon with rusty old blades takes ages.
If we get the fire going, don't want to block that off, at least we'll get some food cooking and some heat. But pressure's on as it's getting darker.
How's the fire going?
It's going.
Oh my God, you genius! That's a fire.
Hopefully, let's keep our fingers crossed.
We're like cooking dinner together in this really unusual environment, and it's just extraordinary how quickly you become close because you've got to work together to just even get through the day. I don't think I could take care of myself. I'd need everyone.
Hello.
Hello.
Now, I can do a good service by making sure that you're up in the morning, ready to go to work. So I will knock on your window at 6 o'clock. It'll only cost you a simple 2 pence.
A knocker-upper made their entire living by the possession of a single timepiece. They wouldn't go to bed at all overnight, sleep during the day, but they would have a small watch which they would keep time by.
We've just had an offer here, a wake-up call for 2p between all of us.
I mean, we're not going to wake up without a wake-up call.
We're not, are we?
It's got a sort of a monopoly, really. Yeah.
I think we'd better do it.
I think we better had.
I'll be banging on your windows at 6.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just let you guys know what I actually found at the dump today? Any of these things?
Did you find all that?
Yeah. Don't know whether we can barter with some of these.
I don't think those buttons are honestly come by, are they?
No, I found 4, and Tyger found the rest, and we kept them.
Those buttons belong to Mr. Hill, don't
Do you want? Okay, do you want? You can go give them to him.
You're happy for me to give those buttons to Mr.
Yeah,
Hill?
I honestly.
But why would you, Anne?
Why would I? Because they belong to Mr. Hill.
But this is.
Because we found them in his heap.
I think this is the day of the Artful Dodgers.
We don't have to take our standards from him, do we?
No, but I think I've got quite high standards.
A few silver, brass or pearl buttons could mean the difference between a full stomach or going hungry.
If I was actually in this job and he was actually my boss and I actually picked up a button and I actually could inconspicuously place it in my pocket and use it to barter,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I'm going to do. And so, I think I'm going to do it.
But that button sort of belongs to him. Because this is his stuff.
Yeah, but...
So it's like working in, well, if you're working in a modern factory and taking stuff home, saying, yeah, well, it's a tricky issue.
Oh, do you know what? Do you know what? You are giving me such grief.
I'm Anne's messenger. Who'd have thought I'd ever be Anne Widdecombe's messenger?
Okay, so I'm going to take a couple of them.
To barter in the pub, to see...
Barter in the pub, just to see what it's like. Can't wait to go to the pub. It's going to make the day, I think, worthwhile.
Zoe?
Yeah, bub.
Dinner.
Jolly good, Miquita.
Yeah?
Right, you in? Okay, I want you in. 6 of you, isn't it? Yeah, yes. 4p each, please.
It's the landlord.
3 pence each. Each?
We haven't got
Yes.
3 pence each, have we?
Is that for a week?
Yeah, that's just for the night. So Wednesday we're going back to my properties. That's right.
We
4p
haven't got 3 pence each, any of us.
I tell you what, being as it's getting late, because I want to get down the pub and have a drink, I'll charge you £1.05 each. It's 8p total, and you buy us a drink when you're in the pub.
So 8p for all of us. I've got that.
Sounds good to me.
Are you sure? Are we sure? Because I can give.
No, it's fine. It's fine. Well, between.
I suppose you can buy from the boys are drinking.
Yeah, I'll buy you a drink at public.
Yeah, that's good for me. Well, have a good night.
Thank you.
That's so nice of you.
Do you accept buttons at all?
Did you say buttons?
Yes.
Buttons?
Yes.
Yeah. Where did you get these buttons from?
We won them.
Very good question.
Oh, you know, win buttons around here. As I said, give us a penny, I'll keep my gob shut. You take them to the pub tonight, and you'll be able to sort out hook there.
That's blackmail.
Doesn't matter. That's what comes around here.
Give him the penny.
Yeah, I think we have to give him the penny.
Thank you very much. See you in the pub tonight, guys. Thank you.
Well, I just said, as I said that, didn't I?
Yeah.
Who comes next to take our money?
That's really expensive.
We got 4.
Well, we have just been charged 2 pence to get knocked up.
That's right.
I think we have just got knocked up now.
Yeah.
An alarm call and rent leaves 15 pennies between them. They've paid out almost half their earnings.
Right, should we go to the pub?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Thanks,
Bye,
Anne.
everybody.
And we'll see you later.
The men have decided to go for a sharpener before work.
What have we found here? Some Victorian volume. That might be quite useful. Ah, it is the Bible.
What drinks are there?
We've got gin.
And do you like jewellery or buttons, sir?
How many buttons have you got?
Like serious amount of buttons.
A great quality. Picked plucked today.
4 buttons for the gin.
It was worth it. Well, cheers.
As well as drowning their sorrows, the pub offered the poor a place to spend the evening somewhere warm and bright, saving on coal and candles. Or they just went to bed when it got dark.
No, I did not want to be in the pub. It'd be very loud and very vulgar. And no. Anyway, short of which, me, I like a whiskey and soda. And all they will have there is mother's ruin without even the tonic and ice and slice, so no.
The men are late for work. Mr. Hill has come to get them.
Right. All right, you having a laugh? These are mine. Turn you out your pockets now. Don't mess around, fella, all right? Well, bloody hell, we got a proper little find here.
I'm the Artful Dodger, mate.
You're not the Artful Dodger because you got caught, son. For that, I'm going to dock you money.
All right.
I've got a lovely little job for you tonight, son. Right, boys, you'll come in with me. Come on. Hopefully, we're going to put all that behind us and we're going to crack on tonight, all right?
Yeah,
okay.
boss.
Right, tonight you're going to be collecting night soil.
What's night soil?
Night soil is what ends up in the privy.
It's what we can smell now, isn't it?
That's what you can smell now, all right? Now, the way this is going to work is you dig it out the privy and you put it in a cart. Any questions, lads?
Do we have to?
Oh, yes.
The outdoor privies were shared by several households. Every year, London alone generated enough poo to fill Queen Victoria's Royal Albert Hall 4.5 times over.
Give it some ready, son.
Oh,
easy, Tyger.
Hey, whoa. I'm just kind of so shocked that I'm going to be hauling this cart around and literally shoveling poo. Is that number 4?
Here's number 4.
No, I don't know. I'm not happy about it. Let's see what happens. People have to do it. People did it then. People do it now. People work down sewers.
Away from the behind.
Yeah. What else are we going to do? Lie on the kitchen floor?
It smells. If you imagine that you pooed in a room 10 times and left it there for 28 hours. It just smells terrible.
And I'm sure it's the dripping.
I think it's a mixture of dripping, cutting the bacon and making onion. I mean, whatever it is, it's really attractive.
Where do we go?
I think we live over there.
That's not our house.
isn't it? Completely.
Hunting for brown gold.
Oh, yes! Well, it's not the best job in the world to be emptying someone else's loot, but you know what? Needs must. We need every single penny we can get. All that movement, look what I got.
It's a basic service. We do offer the valet service, which includes the potpourri in the toilet area.
Oi! I'm not finished! We'll come back. Oops. So we're not quite finished at number 2.
All of you, you worked hard today. There's 4 for you.
Cheers, buddy.
Oh, wow. Oh, there is 4 for you.
Thank you very much.
But you only get 2. Now, don't let me catch you thieving for me again, fella, otherwise you'll get nothing from me, boy, all right? Go get some kip, and I'll see you early in the morning.
You know what, lads? I think we've worked really hard. My feet are absolutely killing me.
Oh my gosh.
No, not. Hey, family.
Have you literally just finished?
We've made quite a lot of money. We've made 10 pence.
Oh my God. Well done.
I've got to sleep. We've all got to sleep. We've got to rest.
You're not at home, you're not with the people that you love, it's not warm, you're wet, you're cold. It's an eye-opener and you start to realise, like, how much you miss the stupidest things, like a pillow without straw in it and central heating.
It's no worse than being on an aeroplane, is it?
If British Airways gave me this, I'd be fuming.
I hoped I might be riding a penny farthing, which is another Victorian thing I've always wanted to do. It's just dirt and hard work. You don't take much satisfaction in that art where we empty those privies quite well. It doesn't give you any sense of satisfaction. Satisfaction is very underrated and I love it. And I feel none of it tonight, just, yeah. The only thing I can feel satisfied about is that I've actually talked for so long that I've bored Colin so much that he's now asleep.
Shoes off.
Sure.
Yes.
Sure?
Yeah, you lie down.
Okay, thank you so much.
It's okay,
Thank you.
So these diaries we were given when we first got here, they're by sort of boys and girls and men and women that have lived the life that we're living.
Miquita has the account of a girl who lived around the dustyards and laboured till a great age.
So she says, my mother was in the yards all her lifetime. The girls begin working very early at our work. The parents make them go out when are most babies. There were 6 of us in our family, and father and mother made 8. She was very good to us, and so was father. If I'd done well, she'd say, come, you're a good hand at it, you've done famous. Yes, mother was very fair that way. There was many a girl I've known whose back had to suffer if she didn't do well. God, she's old. I thought she'd be young. That's made me think about someone I love in my life, like my grandma. I can't think of someone I love as much as her having to go through even the day that Anne and I went through, never mind a life of what Anne and I went through in one day. It makes no sense to me at all. It makes me really, really upset actually to even think about my nanny going through that.
Thank you. What exactly is it you're doing to my foot?
Just taking your boots off, darling. Thank you. It's okay.
Zoe's diary is by 14-year-old Esther Craven.
I get my breakfast before I come. I do not know what time I go home. Sometimes at 3, 4, 5 or 6. The men never meddle with us. Joseph Ibbotson often prays at us. He was beating my sister this morning, I get all the skin off my legs sometimes by the stones in the gate and with the rail ends when they are loose. I find that so sad. I just think that we've got it so easy, really, when we think about it, haven't we?
I was a little bit kind of embarrassed and a bit uncomfortable about not wearing makeup and looking like this. And actually, I've forgotten about it now. because it doesn't matter.
Six hours sleep and back to work. From now on, if they want to eat, they'll need to earn. The Victorian working day begins at dawn, and in the cottage, the fire's gone out, the food's almost gone, and there's no reprieve from the grime. But at least the alarm clock's on time.
Wake up! Open the door! You've been asleep, yeah?
I'm just going to go back to bed. Not entirely sure if I slept. I must have done a little bit, I think, at the start of the night because the gin helped me a little bit, and that was literally my plan.
No, I don't think I slept at all, really. It was just so cold.
My cousin said to me, it'll be like camping. I was like, I hate camping. I hate the privy. Me and Zoe would rather go round the bushes than go in the privy. It's really upsetting in there. It's just like, it's like the remnants of past visits. I'm just trying to make a toothbrush out of a stick.
Even as a kid, when I go to Jamaica, we clean the teeth with sugar cane. So it's virtually the same as this, apart from it's a bit sweeter.
I just don't think I'm into mine more. Oh my god.
Yeah, it feels like.
To me, I don't really think that looks like a toothbrush.
Morning, coffee.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
You like some coffee?
Coffee? How much?
Penny a pound.
Most people grab breakfast on the way to work. Coffee was popular and drunk by the pint at the dustyard. Consumption more than doubled when import duty on coffee beans was abolished.
What could be more heavenly? Empty. Coffee. Gosh,
wow.
coffee is utterly disgusting, but it's hot.
Please, can I have some money? The group may have enjoyed their caffeine fix, but they've just spent almost half their money. The girls have nothing.
Come on, you ain't got time for that.
Oh, crikey, here he is.
Get in there, come on, I'm not messing about.
This is the final stage in the dustyard recycling process. The workers have collected, sorted, and now they need to prepare the goods for transport. Before motorways or goods trains, Britain's heavy cargo was transported by barge. Here's a recipe for you. Take some fresh night soil, add a dash of good quality hops and some manure and mix thoroughly. Once bagged and dried, this heady combo becomes the perfect fertiliser. Ship it to the docks as soon as possible because the plantation owners of the West Indies, they cannot get enough of the stuff.
Lisa, you're all in good spirits. Not so much young Tyger.
I'm in a good spirit.
This is the culmination of all your hard work. For the lads, the first job of the day is we've got 5 barrels here. You've got another 4 barrels over there. You need to load with the dust that you sifted. These need to be taken around the corner and put on the barge. Ladies, what we're going to do is you've got to mix up some manure today. Now, the barge is going in 1 hour's time, OK? And whatever happens today, that barge will go. So let's all crack on.
The workers have to fill 9 barrels and mix and fill 6 bags of fertiliser.
Got to move this with your own devices, OK?
OK.
You do have young Tyger to help you.
Yeah, I'll go shoveling and then, yeah, cool.
OK?
Just think like builders making cement and you'll be fine.
That smells of human feces. Oh my god. I think I'm going to vomit.
All right, we need these filled and the lid's smashed on them, all right?
Yeah, all right. Much better than collecting the poo last night.
It's kind of cool how we're doing like the whole process sort of thing, like all this stuff that we've collected. This shovelful might well be a shovelful exactly the same that I got yesterday. So I guess we're staying loyal to our dust.
This is really physical work. It makes you feel a bit sweaty.
Come on, guys, come on, we haven't got all day.
Back in the yard, hops are being added to absorb the runny waste and make transportation easier.
Just really bad with bad smells, like really bad. They make me always
smell
vomit.
anything yesterday on the street? The Victorians would not have been as disgusted by human waste as we are. I mean, what we do is we flush it away. It's invisible. It's something we never have to handle.
Come on. The barge is leaving soon. We haven't got much more time.
Are you okay? Are you all right? Oh, my God.
Oh, that's not funny.
Just starting to feel a bit degrading.
That we've just spent 2 days basically shoveling shit.
Yeah, and
that isn't...
Well, it's what the Victorians did.
I know it's Victorian and that's the thing, but at the end of the day, we are not from that era. And so obviously our reactions are going to be, you know, we live in a much more sanitised kind of environment, so it's difficult.
I say let's just get through this last job and then we're out of this yard.
How are we going to do this? Let's have a look before we get out.
There's a real time pressure here, though. The barge has got other collections to make. It can only be here for a set period of time. Everything has to be loaded, ready.
I need you to finish this off quickly.
OK, bargeman.
In just 15 minutes, the boys have loaded 4 of the 9 barrels.
Well, Colin Jackson, I can tell you now, has set a new personal best for loading barrels onto a barge. His previous best was 9 minutes, and he smashed that.
Maybe he said just bang them in, but maybe I've got to bang nails in. There's a lot of nails in here. That's surely what I've got to do.
How have you done, Ty?
I'm doing all right, mate.
How many have you done?
I've done 2 so far.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah, I've only put 2 nails in because...
That's enough.
Hey!
Uh-oh. What's happened here? What's it all spilled out here for? Tyger, you need to put more nails in it. They spilled it all over the floor, fella.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm going to fill up another one for you, but I just thought I'd save your nails.
No, you cost me money.
I'm really sorry, sir.
OK, back to work, fella.
The girls have only filled 3 bags in 45 minutes.
You shouldn't be doing it.
I know, but the thing is, then we're just not going to get it done.
Well, we're not going to get it done anyway
We have
because
to
we're
get
working too slowly.
Right, girls, that's not the attitude, Anne, is it? That we're not going to get this done. This needs to be done. You're talking. Get on with the work.
If you weren't here, nobody would be talking.
Get on with the work.
No, you'd be amazed.
Everybody
what
else
I
in
can
here
use.
has to work. I'm being what?
I mean, the fact is, no human being who had any choice at all would do this. And our ancestors had no choice, and that's why they were here.
As the minutes tick down, all 9 barrels are loaded.
The time now, I'm running out of time. I've got to go. That's fine. Leave it there.
But there are still 2 bags of fertiliser in the yard.
Yeah, well, that is it. That really is it. Can you empty some hops into this space here? Yeah, OK, thanks.
Everyone needs a shovel in their hand. These two don't seem to be doing anything. You don't just stand there with a shovel in your hand, do you? Get on with the work.
Yeah, just drag it, just leave it there, darling.
We got another shovel.
This is the 6th bag.
There.
Just throw the rest of that hops in there. No. Yes.
You grab that sack, you grab that one, take them straight to the top of the barge. The rest of you with me. Come on. I don't want to miss it. Come on, guys, come on. It's the last little bit. Come on, faster than that, guys. We've got to get there. Come on, Colin. Come on. We don't want to miss that last little bit. Come on, mate. Come on, come on.
He's gone. He's legged it.
It's gone. Girls, we've missed the barge.
Does that mean that we only got 4 on it? But we did the quota, didn't we?
We worked really hard. We did more than the quota. And Colin, there's not many quicker than Colin. 1, I think, in the world. And if he couldn't make it, can't ask for better staff.
You asked me if I had job satisfaction from mixing a few old hops and some unmentionables.
I'm kind of like numb with exhaustion.
Many of them lack the basic skills of Victorian life and Victorian survival. Miquita has a lot to overcome. She's got a lot of things that she worries about. Anne comes up to a certain point and can't go any further. There is a level that she won't cross. Zoe, I think she might do quite well in the future. I think it is just a matter of skills. Young Tyger, what a lot of energy. It's very unfocused energy. Colin and Alistair are undoubtedly looking to be those who are managing best with Victorian life at the moment.
You guys have done really well and you've impressed me. It's time for a bit of money. I don't like giving out money very often.
We know.
I know. There's 4 for you.
Thank you, Mr. Hill.
There's 4 for
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Done very well, lads. Right, there's 4 for you.
Thank you.
2 for you.
Thank you.
2 for you.
Thank you.
2 for you. Very well done.
So I need to pick one of you and say, you're the person who's done best over this particular 24 hours. And I have to say it was quite tight. But the one person in the end just pipped it was you, Colin.
You did their work and your own, but I didn't hear any moaning from you, boy. You literally was like, that's what I need to do, OK, Mr. Hill, and you did it. And that's exactly the attitude that we need.
Well done, all of you. See you in your next workplace.
I was very pleased that the graft that I did put in actually was noticed and recognised.
I think after this week, I won't even take a bar of soap for granted again.
The completion of this 24 hours feels great, but knowing there's more is unfathomable.
Look at you. You're like bedraggled Victorian lab rat. I know that you would love me to now say hot showers, hotel rooms await, but of course they don't. You are stuck in the 19th century, yes, and I'm simply going to send you on to your next destination and wish you the very best of luck. Next time in 24 Hours in the Past.
I'm not that keen on horses.
Come on, let's go,
It's day 2 and our time travellers experience the grind of a life in service.
2 chamber pots over there.
It's their pig.
I do apologise.
Okay, we're late, gentlemen. We need to lock it up again.
The relentless pace of 19th century life
Tyger!
starts to take its toll.
I feel like I'm in the men's toilets at the urinal.
Okay. No, you're not, are you?
Go on, put your pants on!
And there's no escape.
We haven't slept for 2 nights.
And it feels so real.